Now look at this. Let's assume this is my x and my y-axis here, and a ball. This is my point A. This is my y-axis, right? And this is my x-axis, and the ball is projected from this point, and it travels, and it moves and lands somewhere here. Let's assume that. From this point, it's projected with an initial velocity, which I give as what? V0. And the highest point is given as what? My h maximum height. The distance from the initial position to the final position is given as what? Our arrow, horizontal range. Are we good? Now, let's assume a point at the trajectory, the curvilinear path. We're having a force acting. We'll call that force to be equal to what? Mass times what? Acceleration. Now, since this force is inclined, you're going to resolve. So, the vertical axis, my force will be ma subscript y. In the horizontal axis, my force will be equal to what? ma subscript x. Are we good? So, the summation of all the force along the x-axis is equal to 0. Right? Now, what are the forces that we have acting in the horizontal distance? We only have this force here, which is what? F is equals to what? That is max is only force acting here, so equals to what? 0. So automatically my ax will be equals to what? 0. This is my equation 1. Are we good? Now similarly, if I take the summation of f of y equals to 0, are we good? Now the force along the vertical axis, we have ma subscript y plus mg, because as the ball is, we said, is subjected to what? Gravity. So as it is favoring gravity, is going downward, it is going to be what? Positive, because it's favoring gravity. So, and this will give me equals to what? 0. These are the two vertical forces we have, this one and the other one here. So in a nutshell, my ma subscript y will be equals to what? Mg. Are we good? So mass will equate mass. My ay will be what? G. That will be, it will be negative g here, negative mg, so it will be what? Negative g. I'll call this point to be my what? Equation 2. Are we good? Now, recall that v is equals to what? U plus at. Right? So my v here, since we are moving my v here at point A, we're giving as what? Vax. My u will be given as what? V0, the initial velocity, plus my ax, because we're traveling along the horizontal distance. That's why we're having vax here. And we have my t. Right? I'll call this point to be my equation 3. So vax is equals to v0. What is v0? Now look at what v0 will be. Since this force here is inclined at this distance, if you resolve it, if I come at this point here, I'll be having v naught sine alpha, because the angle of inclination here is given as what? Alpha. And if I come to this point here will be what? V naught cos alpha. So in terms of x-axis, my v naught will be what? V naught cos alpha plus my ax here. Ax given as what? 0. So we have 0 multiplied by t. We have ax equals to 0. So my vax will be given as v naught cos alpha. This is 0, so it's off. So we'll call this equation what? Equation 4. Are we good? So we proceed. Now the next one we'll be talking about will be along the vertical axis. So my VAY will give me this is VOX here. Let me call it to be VOX. To give me VOY along y axis plus AYT. So my VAY will be, this is VOY will be what? The force acting along the vertical, which is VOY, that is VO sine alpha. So we're having VO sine alpha plus my AY here is given as what? Minus G. We have minus G, we have T. So my VAY will be equals to VO sine what? Alpha minus GT. I'll call it to be, this is my equation 6 here, and this is my equation 5 here, right? So this is what we are playing with. So we proceed. So also we know that x is equals to, or let's put it here. We know that S is equals to ut plus what? At square over 2. So we'll start by saying x at point A along x-axis is equals to my VOX t plus my AXT square all over 2. So my XAS will be given, my VOX will be VO cos alpha t plus my AX here is what? 0. We have t square all over 2. We know this is my equation what? Equation 7. So here will now give me SAX is equals to VO cos alpha t. This guy here is 0. So we're having this to be my equation what? 8. So this, you know this. So also we'll do for along y. So for along y, my SAY will give me VOY t plus AYT square over 2. So my XAY here, XAY will be, my VOY is what? VO sine alpha. Then we have the t there plus my AX is minus G. Then we have t square over 2. So the long run, my XAY will be given as VO sine alpha t minus GT square over 2. That is my equation what? 9. Are we good? So from here